Hi, welcome back to my workshop. If you were watching yesterday's video, you probably heard the story about this order that I received about 12:30. It was for a set of Crocs gibbets, shoe charms, and the buyer was requesting that I send them out as soon as possible because she needed them for her son's birthday party, I believe. Um, and I considered canceling that order because she was adamant that she needed them by the 14th. The order was placed on the 9th. The 9th? No, the 8th, which was a Saturday. So I I'm not required to ship on Saturdays. I usually do, and in this case, I was planning to go to the post office anyway, but I quickly put her order together and shipped it out. She had some requests about mixing and matching some different listings together. That wasn't something that I was interested in doing, and she wanted me to charge her extra money to pay for priority mail shipping, which I guess there's probably some way to do that, but eBay doesn't really have a mechanism to add extra shipping costs on after the purchase has already been made. So I didn't really want to do that. So I shipped the package to her Ground Advantage as I normally would. And the tracking information said it should arrive between the 12th and the 17th. So I asked her to get back to me before 2 p.m. That's when the post office here closes. And I did not hear back from her until 4 when she said she'd rather just cancel the order. So it's already out of my hands. It's in the post office. It's on the way. So yesterday I was asking, should I go above and beyond trying to appease this buyer, keep her happy, give her son a happy birthday gift? And it turns out I probably shouldn't have, because now she has said she sent me some very long messages on eBay basically saying, since she can't be certain that these gifts will arrive in time for the birthday, that she's already ordered replacements from Amazon and that she's planning to send mine back when they arrive. So all of this is over a $12.99 set of shoe charms, and I probably spent between 4 to 5 hours thinking about this, working on it, commenting to her, responding to her. And I basically want it to keep professional at all times. I don't want to cause, I don't want to lose my cool and tell a buyer that what I really think about them. But I'm not real happy with this person. In the end, it's cost me for something to ship these things to her. If I have to refund that money, then I'm losing that money. If I want to have them shipped back to me, then that's going to be another $4.50. So these little gibbets that are worth $12 or $13 are going to cost me probably $9 by the time this is all said and done, unless she just decides it's not worth it to send them back and she keeps it. So that's what I'm hoping for right now. We'll see what happens. I suspect they will arrive by the 14th when she needs them. I've had pretty good luck with shipping out here. Very, very few things are late, and I believe they will arrive on time. If they don't, I'm sure she will institute a return, and then I'll have to either tell her to keep them because it's not worth another $5 or $4.50 to ship them back, or I probably will just pay to have them shipped back because I don't want to reward her bad behavior. So the best case scenario is that she decides just to keep these items and doesn't bother to send them back to me. The second best thing is that she just writes return to sender on the package and it comes back without any cost, and then I'll refund her money. And then the most likely scenario, I believe, is that I'll have to take a return and give her a refund. So we'll see how it goes. This isn't a make or break thing. This is the cost of doing business in some way. Like, I'm going to end up losing $9 on this deal on a day when I'm going to make 150 or something. So it's not really the end of the world. It's just sort of the annoyance of dealing with customers on eBay. So if you're thinking about being an eBay buyer, or if you're thinking about buying something on eBay and you have special requests, the moral of this story is ask for anything that's outside of the listing prior to purchasing. If you have a gift that you need in a short period of time, eBay probably isn't the best place to get it from. But if it is, contact the seller before buying. There is no way for me to add expedited shipping after it's already been purchased. I would just have to pay for it out of pocket. Maybe I could send her a PayPal invoice and hope that she would pay the extra money, but that's all extra work that I'm not willing to do for a $13 item. So that's just a little follow-up on yesterday's video. We'll see how it pans out and probably hear about it again in the future. For now, it's been a pretty slow day for sales. I've got 4 orders to pack, and I'm gonna go ahead and get them packed up and ready to ship right now. So stay tuned. Okay, welcome. We're gonna get these few orders picked and packed. I'm gonna grab my little basket here and let's see what we have to pick. Get to the eBay app. I'm gonna go to the selling tab, pick orders, and then we'll just go right through here. Okay, W3A. We have pretty low ceilings here in my little eBay cave, so I've got to keep my head down when I go through certain areas. I'm 6'4". The ceiling here is probably 6'8", maybe 6'6". And then there are these arches, which are probably, what, 5'8". So I got to really duck to get through them. And I have hit my head on those several times. Got a little hand cream of some kind. So I was going to sell this part of Our Generation dollhouse, but looks pretty scratched up. I think the kids who played with it a little too hard, so this is going to end up going in the garbage. I had the whole dollhouse, and I didn't want to ship it. It was only probably worth about $50 to $100 for the whole thing. But parting it out, they had some accessories, desks and chairs and things that were worth about $25 a piece, and I ended up just taking the parts out of it that were valuable. So I'll probably make $75 to $100 off that dollhouse and then not have to deal with shipping some giant thing. In here's a G.I. Joe somewhere. Which one is it? His name is Fast Draw. Joe 11. Joe 17, Joe 11. Here we go. I wrote the names. When I prepared these things for listing, I wrote the names and then I wrote specific item numbers on each one. So this one was named Joe 11. So I can compare the character's name with the number that I wrote and make sure that both are correct before I ship these things. Okay, W2B is right here. Oh, right on the top. I'm gonna check that to be sure. Yeah, that's for sure. And then one more, which is in the tote. So here's another one of these arches I have to duck under. One of these days I'm going to hit my head there hard enough to knock myself out, I'm pretty sure. T1, which is this big tote right here. I'm trying to get all of my clothes narrowed down to be just enough to fit in these 6 totes, and I can clear out those banker's boxes for other things. This is 173. So these are in some kind of order. 172, 174. Well, it's supposed to be 173. I have a feeling it's not going to be in here. $166, what is this? that it? $173, there it is. Good. These ones, 160, 186. I'm gonna move a couple of these over here and move this 160 in here. Trying to keep the numbers in order so that theoretically it will be easy to find these things when I need to find them. Then 186 all the way in the back. Does this one have a number? 181, 186. So I guess I have enough room in here to do a layer on the top, but if I don't have to do that, I'm not going to. Right now I do have some things that don't have numbers that I will leave in there. But, you know, I probably have said on every video I've made that I don't like selling clothes. But I also just keep buying more clothing inventory. Okay, we're ready to get started here. We might as well start with that one. It's going to Portland, Connecticut. Oh, I never heard of. So this is an Avenged 7-fold t-shirt. I got this at a garage sale in July. It's February. No, it's March now. So that's about, let's see, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I say it's about 7 or 8 months I've had this shirt. I have another one that's exactly the same, only a different size. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in one of these Amazon bubble mailers. I do have some, one of these totes is filled with, what do you call those mailers? The ones without bubble. Like, I can't think of what they call it, but you know what I'm talking about. Just a plain envelope, some kind of a plastic sleeve envelope. That I got them with the intention of using them for clothing, but they're pre-used. They've already been used, so they're a little bit difficult. It's more trouble than it's worth to try to tape them up and reuse them. So I only use them in rare circumstances. I'm gonna try to make a little bit of a flap on this envelope so it can fold over on itself. I just cut through the whole thing. All right, forget that. Let's put this in here and be done with it. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave this flat right now and cover up some of these labels that are on here while it's nice and flat. This will save me trouble later. The garbage can's getting full, and tomorrow is garbage day, but I don't really want to take that out tonight. It's about, I don't know, is it 10:30? Oh, it's not even 10 yet. 9:45, but I'm tired. We took our dog, Pineapple, out today to the park and walked around for 2 or 3 hours. It was a very nice day today. It was about 60 degrees. And he hasn't had much opportunity to get out, and neither have we. So we spent the day out in the weather, and I'm tired. I'm ready for bed now. So I want to get these 4 packages done quickly and get myself to sleep. Okay, we know the drill. I'm gonna write Avenged on here so I remember what it is. I'll write the weight, which is gonna be 6 ounces. And then we'll measure the dimensions, 11 by 11 by 1. And then write the buyer's initials on here so we can match this package up with the label when I print the label over here. So this is RL. So thank you for that. Let's go to the next, which is this jersey. So another piece of clothing. I'm thinking about putting this one in a box because it's going overseas. And I don't really want to pay for a box, but I don't want this thing to be put in an envelope and then shipped to the UK either. I don't think it'll probably make it I don't want to give him a brand new box either because he didn't really pay that much for this. Oh, let's keep looking. That's too big. Well, I wonder if I want to use one of these little pizza boxes. Can I fit that in here? Probably not. That'd be an awfully tight squeeze. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Will it fit in one of these tiny ones? No. Oh, I know. Perfect. We'll use one of these. I've got a lot of these, so we might as well use them up. Okay, so this is a Green Bay Packers jersey. It says Nike on-field Davante Adams. I'm not really a sport person, so I don't know who Davante Adams is. I hope he's a good one. I had this listed for, I think $59.99 or $49.99, something like that. I bought it. I paid only $4.79 for it. I got it from a Savers, thrift store in October. So I've only had it for about 4 months. And I got an offer on it today for like $24. It's like, I cannot. Here's another piece of advice if you're a buyer. If you want to send an offer and offers are available, go right ahead. I think most sellers are willing to take a reasonable offer. They probably just want to get rid of some things. They'd rather move it faster than get a little bit more for it. But if you're going to send an offer that's less than half, it's an insult to the seller. And in many cases, I would just ignore that offer. If I'm asking 60 for it and you offer me 24, it doesn't feel like we're going to meet in the middle anywhere. So most of the time, I just ignore those offers. It's not a serious offer. In this case, I do want to move some of this clothes out of here. So I countered offered $38. And then at that point I saw that it was a international shipping. It was going to be going to the UK through eBay's international shipping program. So I was more interested in selling it than I would be otherwise, because that program really works well for for sellers. Because once he gets to the eBay hub, they handle the shipping after that to any foreign countries, and if the buyer is unhappy and they want to return it, it goes back to eBay, and then the seller never sees that item again. So it's basically a guaranteed sale as long as I can get it to the shipping hub, which is only about 10 miles away from here. So I like getting these international orders. I'm happy to see them. In this case, I didn't want to give it to him for $30. I offered him $38. He counter offered $30. I counter offered $38 again, and then he just bought it right away. And he sent me a message kind of apologizing for the back and forth, but his message basically just said, "Oh, sorry I sent you so many offers. I just wanted to get a good deal," which obviously you don't need to tell me that. That's the name of the game. I don't really blame him for trying to get a good deal, but $25, $24 on a $60 item, that's not a good offer. Not great. Anyway, sold. I'm gonna keep it in this nicer box, because it's going to eBay. And I like it I like the idea that they see that I package things in nice boxes. Even though I did drive by there, because it is so close, and eBay just contracts out that international shipping to another company. But anyway, put it in a nice box. It's going to Glendale Heights, and then ultimately it's going to Great Britain. I'm not sure why a Green Bay Packers fan is doing in Great Britain, but good for him. Okay, we got a G.I. Joe coming up next. The story of these G.I. Joes is a mystery to me. My mother-in-law gave me a bunch of them. I understand that my wife's uncle, her brother-in-law, borrowed money from her that didn't get returned. And in exchange, he gave her these G.I. Joes. And then ultimately she gave them to me. I've been selling them for 2 years now, probably. This one's been listed since February 11th of 2023. Today is March 9th of 2025. So over 2 years, these have been listed, but I sold, some of them were pretty valuable, $50 to $100, a lot of $40 ones, a lot of $30 ones. This one's one of the leftovers. I don't know how many I have left, but they don't have the value. Some of them, I mean, this one only sold for $8.99. So we'll take $9 and we'll get this out of the inventory. I have run quite a few sales on G.I. Joes, trying to just clear them out because, you know, you can only keep something for so long. But yeah, I bet I probably have 40 to 50 left. Speaking of sales, I've been running this hat sale for the last 2 weeks. 25% off any hats in my shop, and I've only come up with 3 sales using that sale event on eBay, 25% off. But those 3 hats were together were something like $169, so that's pretty good. I'm happy to have that money and have more space for more inventory, get those 3 hats out. But now I'm trying basically the same sale, 25% off all hats, but it's going to be a coupon instead of a sale event. And it's just sort of an experiment to see which one does better. If a coupon gets better results than a sale. Ultimately, they're the same. It's the same output, the same discount. But maybe a sale is different somehow in the minds of an eBay buyer from a coupon. We'll find out. That is starting. The sale event is ending at midnight tonight, and then the coupon is starting at 1 a.m. tonight, and we'll go for 2 weeks. So we'll get 2 weeks. The coupon has a chance to beat the sale. Like I said, it was $169 or something along those lines. So hopefully the coupon does better. I want to get some of these hats moving. Okay, Joe, G.I. Joe. This weighs just 5 ounces. And I know this is 6 by 5 by 5. And this will be shipped to FP in Massachusetts. I wrote FA, FP. Now, final item. L'Oreal Skin Expert Pure Clay Cleanser. There is a lot of this kind of stuff floating around at the thrift stores and garage sales and estate sales. Of course, you go in the bathroom and you'll see a lot of these kind of things. Some items, some brands are worth quite a lot of money. I have had good luck with L'Oreal Paris conditioners. Like they're in like a little reddish pink. It's about the same color as this basket. They're small tubes, about maybe a quarter of the size of this. And if you get 3 or 4 of them, they might sell for $40, $50. This one is a hand cream. I bought it only for $1 at the Goodwill just at the end of January, so less than 2 months ago, and then I just sold it for $15. So that's not too bad. I'm gonna run down Once I get these labels printed, I'll show you the exact profits that we made on each of these items. Should I use this pizza box now? Yeah, it's probably not the best box for this, but I got it in my hand. I'm going to use it. I don't have a lot of smallish boxes on hand right now, so I don't know if I'm going to buy some. I'd prefer not to if I don't have to, but maybe tomorrow when I go to work, I'll take a look in the box room and see what smallish boxes are available for me to bring home. There's usually quite a few there. Okay, this will go kitty corner right in this box, and then I'll fill the rest of it with paper. I'd like this flap to go on the inside. I think that's how it's supposed to go. Yeah, there we go. I'm going a little slower than I normally would. I guess it has been a long day with that walking. I try to keep Pineapple, he's our little boy, our little dog. I try to keep him out of the basement here. He likes to get in trouble, and I don't want him messing around with any of my inventory, causing any problems, but I probably will start bringing him down when I'm doing some of these packing videos so I can introduce him to you. I was thinking about getting his little bed right down here in the corner and just hoping that he would chill out there. But he's pretty anxious about noises, and I think this pulling tape would probably drive him crazy. Anytime I get a new app on my phone, I have to adjust all of the noises that it makes, any kind of notification sounds, because there are certain ones that really set him off. And the little sound, do you ever scan a barcode with the eBay app and it makes a little ding? It's a pretty piercing little noise. That's probably the worst one, and he goes, I mean, it's like intense, and it will last. He'll be shaking and climbing up on you and digging in the pillows on the couch. And it takes about 2 hours for him to calm down after that. So I'm always telling the eBay app that I don't want it to make any noises, but it seems to do it periodically, whether I want it to or not. Okay, this one's done. L'Oreal. It weighs 10 ounces. And then we're looking at 8 by 8 by 2. And this is going to HH in California. That should be the end of that marker. We're done with that. We're done with this tape. Gonna get these laid out, and then we'll get some labels printed. Computer's ready. I switched. This computer is newer than the other one I have, but much cheaper. I bought this one specifically for eBay just as it's not a Chromebook, but I just really needed something to browse the web. And then lately I've been doing photo editing and video editing, and this computer cannot handle it. So I brought my older computer upstairs from here, and now I'm using that for the photo editing. That computer, one of the reasons why I brought it down here is because the battery doesn't last. If you unplug it, it may shut down in only 2 to 5 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna go right here to this notification bell and then hit the paid ship now button. This will take me directly to eBay's bulk shipping page, and we'll start putting information in about these packages. So this one is the, excuse me, this one is the Avenged 7-fold, 6 ounces. 11.11.1. This is going to cost $4.47. Pretty cheap. I'm talking too much. I'm gonna get a drink of water. Okay, enjoy that gurgle. Okay, Avenged 7-fold, $4.57. We're gonna put that into our spreadsheet right here under the shipping cost column. What happened? That shirt earned us $10.96. Next, the jersey, 1 pound, 1 ounce. I've only charged for 14 ounces for that, so hopefully we don't lose money on this deal. Ground Advantage, $6.03 to go 10 miles. That buyer paid, well, he paid a lot more in shipping, but he paid me $6.65. So we're still under that. So good. That shirt, that Green Bay Packers jersey earned $28.44. Okay, next, G.I. Joe isn't going to earn us much. 5 ounces, 6x5x5, Ground Advantage, $4.57. It's going to Massachusetts. And that little guy, after all fees and everything, earned us $9.35. Okay, finally, L'Oreal Paris, 10 ounces, 8x8x2. And that's going to cost $5.62. So that guy, that little squeeze bottle, earned us $11.14. So total, this is over the course of a couple of days, Saturday and Sunday sales. But let's just see how much these 4 items earned us total. Only $60. We're a little bit below where we want to be, but it's a slow day today. It's fine. This has been a strong month already. It's only the 9th. We've been doing pretty well, so I'm not going to sweat it. One slow day is not going to ruin my life. Print labels, they'll come out here on our thermal printer. Should be 4. So we'll just go in order. They should be lined up here properly. Thank you, HH. Thank you, FP. Thank you, CB. All the way in GB. Green Bay, Great Britain. Maybe there's something to that. RL. Thank you, RL. Okay, we'll get these out for the carrier. I've already put in a request for pickup, so she'll come and get these tomorrow afternoon. If anything, if I get any sales before 2 a.m. tonight, I'll package them up in the morning, put them on the porch as well. Until then, hopefully we'll have a big sales day tomorrow, and we'll see you again for our next packing video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.